Welcome back to the channel, Hobby1 Kenobi here. In this video, I will be finishing up the F-100B in 1/48 scale by Kitty Hawk. First off, I would like to mention that you can now become a member of this channel simply by clicking the join button and signing up for either the first tier Kenobi Crew or the second tier Kenobi Grand Masters. There are perks associated with joining, and I look forward to your membership. Where we last left the model, the painting was complete. Next, the model received a few coats of Tamiya gloss in preparation for the decals, and eventually the oil wash. The decals were from a microscale set I got many years ago. I had feared these decals might be brittle at this point, so a few months ago I purchased one more set. Hopefully between these two sets I will be able to salvage enough useful decals for this build. I started with the decals that would be seen on the bottom of the aircraft. Luckily, the decals moved easily off of the backing paper and stayed together. A Q-tip was used to soak up excess water. Then the decals were positioned. The rest of the decals went on without a hitch. Once the decals were dried, they received another gloss coat. Next, the model was ready for an oil wash. Since this particular F-101 is mostly white and it didn't see any action, I opted to keep the wash very light. I started with the white artist oil paint first, then added just a small dab of black and achieved a very light to medium gray. Usually I would slop the wash all over the model, but this time around I carefully applied it to just the lines and rivets. Again, I started the work on the underside of the model first. Once the wash was dry, I began to remove the excess with a Q-tip. The Q-tip is dry itself, no turpenoid is needed since the surface is smooth and the dried wash still has a bit of turpenoid in it. I also used a paper towel to remove some of the wash over large areas. I also applied and removed a wash on the wheel struts and wheel well doors and attached them to the model. I'm excited to share that I am now an Amazon associate. That means if you use the Amazon links in my video descriptions to purchase kits, tools, or equipment featured on the channel, I will earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. It is a simple way to support the channel while picking up the items that you already need. Thank you. The model then received light coats of flat and semi-gloss to create a more subtle sheen over the surface. I took great care to get the sheen just right, and I'm very pleased that the effect matches how the real aircraft looked. Now I get to remove the masking in the cockpit. I also attached the engine nozzles, which went on without any issue. Next, I decided to scratch build the partition between the pilot and Rio cockpits. Kitty Hawk strangely molded this piece in gray plastic when it should be clear with some framing on it. I cut out the shape from clear plastic and masked off the area for the frame structure. Then I sprayed the exposed plastic flat black. Here I am removing the tape from the piece. Here is a photo with two attempts. The left shows the first attempt and the right is the second attempt. As I expected, the second attempt looked much better. I found that the Lynx decal was slightly offset, leaving some white portions where they should be gray. I carefully mixed some Vallejo paints and touched up these areas. Next, the large canopy was painted and the masking removed. Finally, I dropped the ejection seats in their place and added the canopy. And here is the finished model. I am extremely pleased how this model turned out. I had always wanted to build this exact aircraft, and now I have actually achieved a small dream that I had as a kid. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.